Well, the latest polls in the Honolulu mayoral race show two different results. This month's poll by our media partner Civil Beat shows Ben Cayetano leading over Kirk Caldwell 50 to 45%. But a Star Advertiser HNN poll shows Caldwell leading 53 to 42%.
So what's up with the differences? And for more, we go to civilbeat.com's political reporter, Chad Blair. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning, Jill and Mejia. How are you two?
We're good. So KITV4 talked to a University of Hawaii professor who's really familiar with these polling techniques. And he said that while the Star Advertiser really misjudged the congressional race in the primary between Tulsi Gabbard and Mufi Hannemann, he said that the Civil Beat poll doesn't include cell phone users. So this poll, the Civil Beat poll, kind of skews older. So what do you have to say about that? And what do you see are the differences between the two polls?
Well, I would say a couple things. First of all, Civil Beat's very happy that people ask these questions and that they care about polling numbers. We're very much about transparency and accountability, so we welcome any kind of scrutiny. That said, we're very comfortable with our polls. You know, in the 2.5 years that we've been conducting polls on local races, we've only got one poll wrong. Not a bad average. I do want to tell you a couple of things. Hawaii actually has a higher percentage of landlines than any other state in the country. And it is also true that in Hawaii, voters tend to skew older. Now, we compensate for that, and we weight our poll to make sure that we're, if you will, filtering it to make sure the numbers add up correctly. But all in all, we feel pretty good about the way our numbers have turned out, and we stand by our poll.
Well, you know, PRP has now spent $2.8 million for its pro-rail attack ads against Ben Cayetano. According to your poll, do you think the ads are having an effect? And what are the campaigns doing about those ads?
Well, to your first question, I can tell you that the folks that we surveyed in our polling said, no, actually the ads really aren't making that much of a difference. If you support Kirk Caldwell, you're likely to support him anyway, regardless of those PRP ads. The same goes for Governor Cayetano. We did speak to both campaigns. Kirk Caldwell has distanced himself from the PRP ads, saying that's an independent group. He can't work with them anyway. That's against the law. Ben Cayetano, on the other hand, has actually contacted the TV stations in town and sent them a cease and desist letter asking them to pull those ads because they're defamatory, in his words.
So speaking of the rail project, where does public opinion stand in terms of the rail? Because it's certainly been changing over the last few months.
Well, our poll has shown a slight uptick for Kirk Caldwell, and along with that, there has been a slight uptick in support of rail, but it is nowhere near 50%. The numbers still, people are opposed to rail about, let me just check my numbers here, 51 to 42%. So it's far from a majority supporting rail. Doesn't seem to be inching as high as others have said.
Okay, very interesting. And there's a lot more info on those poll results at civilbeat.com, right, Chad?
Anytime you want to come and read civilbeat.com, we welcome you.
All right. Happy Halloween, by the way, Chad.
I'm wearing my costume.
You're a reporter.
You're a scary reporter.
Ooh.
You give us a bad name, Chad.
All right. Thanks
Have a
so
great
much.
day.